actually, I have a little story that I haven't told you yet on that topic, if I may.
Okay, awesome. Yeah.
I learned things from firsthand experience, unfortunately, and I know you do too a lot of the time.
Yeah, for sure.
But Jesus, like, so I was at a conference last summer,
Mm-hmm.
and integrative medicine conference. It was the North Carolina Integrative Medicine Society, like very great group of people. And they had breakfast one of the mornings we were there, and it was a lovely spread of very healthy foods. And they had, like hard boiled eggs, and they had like sausage and scrambled eggs and veggies and yogurt and like all these wonderful things, and very allergen friendly. The whole thing was gluten free.
Yeah.
And I they had like a thing of coconut yogurt.
Mm-hmm.
And I got really excited because I can't touch dairy with a 10-foot pole. And I was just like, oh, but I love yogurt. I was like,
Yeah.
yes. So I got a big whatever bowl of that. And I got, a whole big plate of other stuff. And I chowed down. It was amazing and it was so tasty. And midway through the first lecture of the day, after I had eaten, I don't know, like I had like the slightest gas bubble or something.
Yeah.
And my trauma brain kicked in because I have had incidences years ago now where like I remember looking back, there was a restaurant that put butter on like a shrimp kebab that I ate. And
Yeah.
45 minutes later, I was in the fetal position on the floor of my apartment, like writhing in pain because
Oh
it
my
destroyed my
gosh.
GI tract. This was when my gut was really bad.
Yeah.
So like I still have that kind of trauma memory of that experience and like some bad experiences with other foods. And I had like this tiny little, probably nothing gas bubble. And some piece of my trauma brain kicked in and went, oh my God, you dummy. You do- was it
Yeah.
coconut flavored regular yogurt or was it coconut milk yogurt? You didn't ask. It was probably coconut flavored regular yogurt. You just had a whole bowl of dairy. Oh my God. And I was feeling my intestines start to knot up. And I was thinking, and I'm like, I can feel the bloat already. Like, I'm going to look pregnant by the end of this lecture. Oh my God. And luckily, I'm at least self aware to a point where I was like, okay, chill out, Nikki. You don't know this. You don't know this for a fact. Just, okay. And I went and I found somebody who worked for the hotel and I pulled them aside. I was like, can you help me figure this out? And I asked, like, was it coconut flavored normal dairy yogurt or was the yogurt made with coconut milk? And the guy went, ran off, came back, and he was like, no, it was coconut milk yogurt. The whole spread is gluten and dairy
Yeah.
free. And immediately, Amy, my gut went, oh, thank God. And all of the cramping, all of the bloating, like literally everything vanished. And then I felt like a crazy person. But I was so
Yeah.
relieved. And I was like, it was such a profound experience that I laughed. I was like, you've got to be freaking kidding me. That it's been 10 years since I did the majority of my really hard gut work and my gut was that bad. And 10 years later, I still had that trauma brain response that my
Yeah.
brain and my nervous system was like, oh my God. And like it
Yeah.
was really scary. And I did a Facebook Live on my business page, which I never do, but I was so inspired because I was like, guys, this is real. This is what just happened to me. But it was such a profound thing for me to see firsthand, especially since again I haven't really felt like I've needed to work on my gut in so long that to realize that there's still that one molecule, that one neuron that was like,
Yeah.
it was it was an interesting and crappy experience to experience, but the rest of the conference was amazing and I was happy as a clam. And that coconut yogurt was worth it. I was so glad I
Yeah.
ate it, but it did for like half an hour. I really, really freaked myself out, and I was convinced that I had just eaten a giant bowl of normal cow's milk yogurt.
Yeah, and I think it's a really good story highlighting that, like, if you are introing foods, how easy it can be to have that reaction because you do have those trauma memories in there.
Yes.
So you need to make sure that you're trying to implement strategies if you feel like you're having those um, reactions. I mean, I can think of tons of like times I reintroduce things and I was just like waiting for the symptom to happen.
Yeah.
Like, oh
I,
yeah, I'm adding FODMAPs back in. Like,
of course, I'm going to be
where are
bloated.
these,
Of course.
yeah, where are these symptoms? Like, so
Hmm.
It's such a hard thing to unwind, and the more you can do some mental work, and I think the first part is just like being aware of it and acknowledging like, oh yeah, I
Yeah.
do have fear of food.
Yeah.
How can I address that? And there's different strategies for different people.
Yeah.
Sometimes visualization is really helpful. Sometimes things like mantras can be helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes literally looking up positive aspects of the foods you're adding in. So, like health benefits, or like,
Yep.
oh, they taste really good. Like, so just kind of reestablishing beliefs about foods that maybe you've had in the past, or maybe
Yep.
you want to reestablish new beliefs because the current belief of like thinking, this asparagus is evil is not serving you in a positive way. So trying to
Yeah.
restructure the beliefs